it.
So, Jason, start us off.
With what voice do you guys want me to do?
Go with Alan Rickman.
Hello, you are listening to the ITRP Modcast. It appears that those of you who have no social lives enjoy doing this. So have a good time, deduct points from Gryffindor, and stay strong.
It's a little rough around the edges, but much
I'm
better.
not your trained...
I give it a hard 6.
I am not your trained monkey. Okay.
I think that requires taking 5 points from House Clicker.
God damn it.
They get the strawberry removed from their sigil for that.
They do, yeah. And we'll nibble at one of the strawberries each time until there's none left on your sigil.
You guys suck.
Your strawberry wins decreased by 25% for every botched impersonation.
Surely.
At least.
We've had 3 modcasts, so I think that's how it works.
So what's on the schedule for today?
Not an awful lot, actually, to be fair.
Well, mirrors this up perfectly then.
Yeah, exactly.
Mirrors all the other podcasts.
Tell us more about British dentistry.
Yeah, I can tell you some more about dentistry if you want, and the interesting situation we found ourselves in recently with our waves of malware and ransomware.
Yeah, Britain was hit by that massive cyber attack, huh?
Yeah, that was fun.
I really want like the hackers to be wearing like those 1990s Nintendo motion gloves. You guys remember what those looked like? And just like have a bunch of computer monitors in front of them, like doing this slow wave across the monitors, going, "I am a god to these people."
It's just this mashing of a keyboard, and there's just,
There we go.
Have you seen Kung Fury?
I think it's vaguely reminiscent of the South Park.
That's exactly what I'm thinking of.
Episode where they're playing.
Wait, you're using a Kung Fury picture for this?
Well, no, I'm thinking at the moment in my head I've got Hackerman.
Oh God. Oh God.
Okay, and if any of you guys haven't seen that, go watch it. It's a beautiful.
It's about half an hour long. It's a lot of
like
fun.
a half an hour movie, but it's beautiful.
It's really good.
Also, David Hasselhoff has a song on the soundtrack, and it's actually really good.
It is, yeah. He's got a song in the new Guardians of the Galaxy film as well.
What?
But he does the credit song.
Ben calling a David Hasselhoff song really good. I think we need to demote you from the Modcast, buddy.
I'm just saying, like, for what you would expect, it's not bad.
Just thinking of Modcast stuff, we apologize for the delay in between episodes, but finals have ruined us all.
Yeah, if you all haven't noticed, it's been finals.
What do you want? Name?
And if you can't tell, Ben's back at home and having little sisters mock him.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Back to usual. Yeah, it's been a little while since we've done one of these. And
sorry, I was being interrogated about where Butterfingers went, which I didn't eat. I fucking
sure?
Did she waterboard you first?
No.
Can you describe to me what a Butterfinger is? Because I've no idea what it is.
You have no idea what a Butterfinger is?
You have no idea what a Butterfinger
I've heard
is?
of them, but I've no idea what it is. Like, if you are to ask me to describe what it was.
Think about taking peanut butter and crystallizing it, and then covering it in chocolate. That's what it is.
That's a really good description, actually.
Yeah, that's pretty solid right there.
Well, I'm a fat ass,
what's
so
the general public's opinion on Butterfingers?
Ron sounds like he knows his way around a couple Butterfingers.
Oh yeah.
Damn it, Kyle.
Yeah, so it has been a little while since we've done one of these. It's mainly because I'm real lazy.
But also, like, finals and everything. I mean, you all know it's that time of the year. And,
we have Josh, who's trying to get through all of his stuff right now.
I mean,
so we do apologize.
We do know why he's not here, don't we?
Yeah.
And it's not particularly finals related. I suppose it is indirectly.
Let the man drink.
Let him party in peace.
Yes.
So, yeah.
All right. So I guess first thing we should do is before we get to some more ball tickling for 5.0 that we will get to later. I think we were discussing something in the news that came out recently was George R. R. Martin confirmed that the spin-off series that are going to happen for
yes, sir.
is going to happen, but he said that they're not going to be Robert's Rebellion or Dunk and Egg. So the question here is, what do you guys think it's going to be?
Aegon's Conquest. That would be an amazing one.
It would. I think it opens up a lot more because I appreciate it seems to be going this way, especially in the books and the TV series, with the whole everything being sort of split, and you got all these sort of kings and sort of marcher lords, all these kind of things. But we haven't really seen that, have we?
Just imagine watching the entire Gardner family
get
go
murdered.
up into flames, die of dragon fire, and then the Tyrells being risen from just regular little stewards into kings.
You know that there's going to be some show-only fuckers who are just like, oh my god, who are these people? I love them so much.
Where the hell are the Tyrells? Who are these people with the stupid green hand?
Guard Bay. You know what's happening.
Of course.
Why wouldn't the field of fire go down, and we're like, oh, you poor bastards.
Also, we get to watch Harrenhal go up in flames.
We do, yeah.
Oh, yes.
People seem
that would be like one of the first couple episodes.
Yeah,
that'd probably be like, I imagine like the first episode or two would be like Aegon, like it would like they'd take us around and we'd get to know who's who. And then like the second episode would be Aegon landing, and you'd get like the Rosby and Riker, or not Rikers, the Darklands.
Darklands, yeah.
Yep.
See, I was talking about this just a little bit before we started recording. It's not going to be Aegon's Conquest. What it's going to be is it's going to be Sons of the Dragon. And I know that they're coming out with a book about this, but I honestly
it's
do
George
think...
Cimmerian, or whatever the hell it's called.
Cimmerian?
No.
Cimmerian,
this is different.
No, this is not the Fire and Blood book.
Is
October 10th, there is a book coming out called Sons of the Dragon.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about
and
that.
It's all about Aegon the Conqueror's two sons, Aenys and Maegor. And I think that time period is
that would make a great show.
It's ridiculously underdeveloped, and I think that there could be an absolutely amazing story.
It would be very good because
it has a little bit of everything.
Yeah, and it's
War, rebellion, dragons.
Strife, because I mean, the entire continent was just conquest, pretty much, and conquered, and everyone's all up on edge.
I was thinking that there can be a lot of the Game of Thrones formula that they use as well. That originally it's just Aenys is king for the first season, and then the last episode of the first season is him dying of a stress, obviously.
You mean Aegon?
No, Aenys.
Oh,
Aenys, his son.
The first episode would have Aegon keeling over.
Oh yeah. Aegon dies in the pilot. And then, like, all of Aenys' kids go, oh, Jesus. Uncle Maegor just took the throne from himself. We get to see Visenya.
Enter Tom Hardy as Maegor.
You know it works like a dream.
Oh, yeah.
And then the trial by 7, and then Maegor burning the Sept of Remembrance.
The other thing,
which would be a great opening for season 3.
Yeah, we don't know obviously with these seasons. Is it that they're developing all 4 with the intention of releasing all 4 about sort of the same time? Or be like, we'd have 2 this year, 2 this year, or is it going to be okay? Then we'll have this season and run through this, and then this season run through this.
No. I don't think they have the budget for anything more than one show.
Yeah.
They're just putting their feelers out there for stories that could possibly work.
Also, is it going to be an entire series, or is it going to be a mini-series of 12 episodes or something?
Exactly. Yeah, it might be that there's a single season.
Sons of the Dragon could work as an actual series.
Oh yeah, because it can continue down until like say Jaehaerys or something.
Well, and then you get Jaehaerys, and then you get to see like, oh, look at all the nice things he did, and then we get to Viserys.
Bad.
No, and then we get to Viserys, and then we have the dance, and then we have Daemon the Rogue Prince, and then we have the dance.
The best character in all Game of Thrones mediums.
See, I would like a Rogue
Daemon
Prince.
Targaryen.
Yeah, Rogue Prince show.
But the Rogue Prince is too small. Like, you can get stuff.
We'll do a miniseries. That's what I'm talking about.
It'd work as a miniseries.
Or honestly,
you could incorporate that into the Dance of Dragons.
You could.
I would like to see the Rogue Prince into the dance.
Yeah, fucking do a dual storyline there between the Rogue Prince and then directly into Dance of Dragons.
You could easily show how badass Daemon Targaryen is in only a couple episodes.
Yeah.
You know,
you could do 6 episodes of the Rogue Prince.
They gave
And then you
like
had Dance.
Arthur Dane like 2-3 minutes of screen time in the last season, and people sort of were like just lost it over that anyway.
Well, yeah, because he was dual wielding swords and shit, and
Exactly.
he had Dawn.
It would not be difficult.
I'm still a little upset how they represented Dawn in the show, but
yeah,
we're sword whores.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
we are.
Look at this transition. Look at this transition that I'm doing right here. Hey, so I hear that someone on the mod team has been working very hard to get some swords out there.
Oh, that
Kyle
was
coughs.
the smoothest transition.
I'm sorry.
Kyle coughs.
I can't help it if
So-
I'm amazing at being a mod.
Do you guys just want me to just spit it out, or
Yeah, go on, give us a couple.
Give us a couple, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 actually. Give
just
us
a
2 or 3.
house. Just a house,
Okay.
maybe a name.
House Beesbury
Oh yes.
mayhaps get a Valyrian Steel sword? Nothing is finalized. Just
I think it should.
don't be surprised.
I'm
Do you have
expecting
any
lots of
others in mind,
B-bros.
Mr. Kyle?
What was that?
Do you have any others in mind, Mr. Kyle? Maybe one more to tease the masses.
I do.
The masses.
I do.
The 5 people listening.
Let's just say that
with us.
House Ironwood might have some Valyrian Steel,
Oh, interesting.
and
Interesting.
more to come.
God, can you just? I hear the goddamn smugness in his voice right now. Like,
of course.
oh, you want to know about Valyrian Steel, do you?
Would you like to know more?
Well, one thing I anticipated doing in the future is writing a little paragraph history of the sword or whatever weapon the Valyrian Steel is, and tie it in to perhaps like one post a week, on the community sub to kind of get that hype going for 5.0.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like
you said,
we can't reveal everything too quickly.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a sword as well. Like you just said, it could
that's
be.
why I said weapon.
It could be an axe.
Valyrian-
It could be a dagger.
Valyrian Steel hammer, because why not?
Or a Valyrian Steel bow. Ooh.
Those are called one steel bow. Name one steel bow. Idiot. Doomcough.
It's just
Well, this is why I was put in charge of the Valyrian Steel.
Yeah.
No, you were put in charge because you were literally the mod in chat when we asked.
That too.
Welcome to the mod team, ladies and gentlemen. We don't schedule anything.
I think that's very.
Hey, you
apparent.
wanna do
Hey, we
this?
need to get the Valyrian Steel done. That sounds like a job for Kyle.
Hey, look, there's Kyle. He looks busy and disinterested. Let's give him something to do. I was saying busy sarcastically, hence why I added disinterested.
Sure.
I'm tempted at some point because we've had a little Westerosi tease. We've had a little tease at the wall as well, and I'm tempted to do a little Essosi tease at some point.
Oh yeah,
Do it here. Do it here. Reward the 5 people per week who watch this modcast.
Yeah, with,
James has been working on Essos. It's impressive.
Oh, please do not.
Just
overhype
remember
it.
this name, people.
Well, no,
Heisen's
but like what
Zerg.
you've done so far, it's like I'm impressed.
There's still
More
so
than
much
I've
to
written.
do. There's so much to do.
I think
I've
James
only
should give
written whatever
just a
Jason
little
has to
teaser.
say.
I think you should just give a little teaser, just a little something.
Right now.
Little tiny piece of minnow to the
Ooh.
masses.
We've already alluded to a little bit about how we might have a Pirate King in the Stepstones. So one of the things I've been working on is naming each of the Stepstones, giving them some backstory, giving them some interesting things that have happened there, odd little bits and pieces for people to investigate if they want, that kind of thing. And I think hopefully it's going to be fun. It's just going to give people a bit more to do.
It's not just Essos that's fleshed out. We've got stuff for people to do on the Stepstones.
Yeah.
So it's a fun deal. Now, James, I will leave this up to you. Do you want to reveal the identity of the Pirate King, or do you want to keep this one a secret?
I think that should be a secret for now.
I think we should hold on to
Wow,
that for
thanks,
now.
James.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I had to put in there.
Frickin' New Yorkers.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I think we can hold on to it a little bit closer to the time. We can
Because we still got a while of 4.0 to go.
Yeah,
we still got to tease everyone.
James, you got to be landing here pretty soon, don't you?
Soon indeed, yeah.
How many more days out of character is it? Is it 10 days?
I think it's just before next weekend. So it's about a week out of character, I think.
Oh dear, it's people. As of 16th, you have 7 days.
Something like that.
7
days. We had a little look,
Meanwhile.
and we were a little bit uncertain how long it was going to take. But
what was that movie where they did the phone call? You watched the video of the phone call in 7 days. The Ring. That's it. 7 days.
Meanwhile, Lyonel has been sitting at a dinner table for the past 3 out of character weeks.
I feel like you could just have moved. Like, are you in Ironwood or are you at?
Yes, I'm in Ironwood.
I think you can just move at this point. Just move.
Well, there might be some things that a certain Nadine has in store for me. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Freaking Nadine.
Well, she said something.
And now comes the part of the ITRP Modcast where we just gossip and bitch and moan about people. This is fun.
Yeah, that's true.
Y'all wondered what the shadow government of mod abuse looks like? It's this right here. Oh, fuck.
It's moaning and complaining about each other and you.
Yes. No one is safe.
It's mainly just us.
We shit on everyone equally.
Yeah, exactly.
No, not even close, Kyle.
No, Kyle.
Not even close.
We shit on you most of all.
See, this is when Kyle's like, "Oh yeah, I think that everyone equally that we shit on," says the guy who we ridicule daily.
I'm still here.
Who really grinds my gears is that Ellis person. Ugh.
What a tool.
So irritating.
Really.
Oh. God forbid that they ever.
Better than that
ever
Bond
come on.
dude, though.
I think, in my opinion, Josh is just the worst.
Absolutely.
I hate Bryn.
You think you can rely on someone, and then
yeah.
And then he goes off
then you find out they don't have the dedication to show up for a modcast.
Exactly.
What a tool. Just another tool in the tool bag.
All right. So we talked a couple of ideas. Has anyone else got any other ideas for potential shows? Sorry, I'm jumping back to this because someone segued way too early.
Oh yeah, far too early.
I mean, I've already put up the dance as like an option, so which I mean, they did that. What was it for season 5? They did that 20-minute like blurb about it where they had everybody talking about it.
I mentioned this. I mentioned this earlier, but I had a really good idea the other day about what they could do with Viking shit being so hot right now. The Ironborn conquest of the Riverlands. So not only the Riverlands houses the Ironborn, there's also the Stormlands involved.
That's what they took it from, didn't they?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you want like strong, empowering female characters, look no further than the Lady Blackwood of that time.
And then the other thing is that the props department is going to have an absolute field day trying to replicate the House Whore shields because there's so much going on them.
Those props department people are unionizing, going, "Stay the hell away from Game of Thrones. We can't do this."
I know.
You know what would be great? You know what they're trying to pitch as their own show? It's like a 6th pilot that's in the wings. They just want them to film the Maiden Vault for a year. That's all. Baelor the Blessed. 3 actresses, maybe a couple of servants, blank fucking walls. There we go.
Just a comedy sketch show in the Maiden Vault.
A bit like a Westerosi prison break. That's what I'm imagining now.
Another thing.
Oh, fun fact: Raymond Waddy actually did all the music for Prison Break.
Really? Interesting.
I was just watching it the other day because I mean you need a show on Netflix to marathon while folding laundry, and I went, God, this music, I can't put my finger on it, but it sounds super familiar.
How much laundry do you have? Need to marathon a show while doing laundry?
Oh, hell yeah.
You know,
when you're folding laundry?
For another scenario, I'm thinking possibly something to do with the Children of the Forest. Maybe the Andal invasion, or the what's it called? What was the war that they had with the children?
I mean, the Dawn War, the First War.
Yeah.
Forest Wars.
Yeah, I think that could be interesting with the neck being flooded and Dorne breaking off from Westeros.
How would you feel about like a mini series, maybe only sort of 4 episodes, and it sort of jumps around some of this really, really far back lore? You could almost do it under like the guise of like Brandon just having a field day.
The Age of Heroes.
Let's have a look, and you get
Empire of the Dawn. Let's do it.
See, That gives me a good idea. Perhaps
about
we
the
could
rise
have
of Valyrian?
we could have a miniseries, 8 episodes dealing with each of the heroes of Westeros, the Age of Heroes, and each
Land
episode
Clever.
deals with the hero, like
Yeah, so you've got, like,
Land the
Darth
Clever,
Greenhand or-
Brand the Builder.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them. That'd be interesting.
Better yet, 6.0 Age of Heroes.
Absolutely not.
No.
It was said here
Reach,
first, folks.
Yeah.
It was said here first.
Yeah, like I think Land the Clever could be really interesting. Like Garth might be a bit more. Let's just follow a relatively tall chap around while he's planting trees and getting lots and lots of women pregnant with lots and lots of children.
I'd watch it.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Donald
Sounds
Trump
like an
becomes
HBO
the biggest
show.
supporter of HBO on planet Earth. I loved Garth Greenhand. I thought that his impregnation was very good. Because when you're that wealthy, women want you to do it.
Okay, we're getting into political territory here.
Oh boy,
It's fun.
Okay.
Well, since it is HBO, they could even make that series like 11 o'clock at night, 11:30, softcore type.
Oh God! Stop!
Oh God.
Stop!
Garth Greenhand. His hand isn't the only thing; it's green.
Oh no.
Oh no!
What kind of terrible disease does he have?
I also think that there's just a bunch of other spin-offs that we could do, like It's Always Sunny in Goldtown.
Oh please,
Stop!
please.
We gotta make it like a short, fat Lord Beesbury for the Danny DeVito character.
God damn it.
He's running around with his Valyrian
Just sitting here
Steel.
drinking mead.
Sir Lord Francis Grafton.
Could have like a community-esque thing going on at the Citadel, because
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
Animal
Citadel.
House version of Old Town.
Oh God!
How about Police Academy Maester version?
Or just the
Maester
Kingsguard in
Academy.
or like,
general.
yeah, Kingsguard or City Watch or something.
There's
Yeah,
gonna
there
be
you
a
go.
tavern called the Blue Oyster, though.
That's fine.
God
That's
damn
not a
it.
reasonable name.
What
King's
is
Landing.
this with us coming up with legitimate stuff?
King's Landing.
We're much
PD,
better at this fake shit.
King's Landing Fire. King's Landing.
Like if this is what we just come up with, just bullshitting, people should be scared about 5.0 coming up.
Oh yeah, 5.0 is gonna be a fucking
Because
chaotic
if you think
piece of
us just
masterpiece.
improving shit is scary, you wait until you see us planning shit.
Oh yeah, I
It's
mean,
even more of a
we
disaster.
plan,
Yes,
we plan
plan.
shit sometimes, but just with what we've done so far, 5.0 is going to turn out to be a chaotic masterpiece.
Wow, that's a,
Yeah.
that's a bold statement.
It is.
Well, I mean, we designed this to where there is just a ton of chaos in the realm right now.
No more succession crisis.
No
Every
more.
region there is stuff to do.
Our king is fairly stable and universally loved.
Eh, eh.
Except by
Put
a
it this
certain-
way, we're not forcing anyone into doing anything.
No, we're kind of presenting
Because-
a stage almost, and hopefully.
I
people will
really
be
think
free to do what they
5.0 has it can be the best one yet.
It has
Could be.
possibility of being so, yeah.
Oh, that Kyle's just saying that because he gets to write Valyrian Steel lore.
That's true.
I just write whatever Jason tells me. Hey, can I get lore on this for?
Yeah, in case you guys couldn't tell by now, Jason is now the new Kaiser of the mod team.
The what now?
The
The
Kaiser.
Oh,
I
Kaiser-
would have said
Kaiser Klick.
I would have said Czar, but
That works too.
The laws
The
are.
lore czar.
Lors. I like Lorzar. I could get behind that. Because not only could that be a fantastic name for a Green Lantern, that's also what I am.
or the lore commissar.
That'd be like the underling. That'd be like whoever's like second to the czar.
Jesus Christ, we are so freaking random. My God.
I
I
mean,
feel
it's
so
so
bad for
random.
people watching this.
yeah, guys, we're sorry for this.
Yeah.
We needed to get a
We're a bit
modcast,
rusty. It's been a month.
Mm.
roughly.
All right, so all this stemmed from talking about different variants of TV shows and miniseries we could see. So let's move on to the next topic.
So the next thing on the list that I've got here is we're talking a little bit of houses. So earlier we mentioned in passing House Klicker, which I'm going to refer to as a running joke.
jerks about. Let me tell you.
No, this shit's serious, man. This dates a couple. This dates like what 3.0?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, we've had ideas for House Clickers as far back as 3.0 when I made the mistake of telling you my parents are strawberry farmers.
Yeah, tell us about House Clicker then.
Well,
we know it hasn't got many strawberries on its sigil left.
Obviously, a very rich house from the Westerlands, specializing in strawberries for his Lord Lannister.
Wouldn't that be for Reach? Come on.
Heck no.
Turnberries in the Westerlands.
House Turnberry.
Fine, whatever. Continue.
Okay, so yeah, we've got strawberries in Westerlands. I suppose the red works quite nicely. Well, basically you're replacing Turnberry. That's what it sounds like to me here.
Yes.
Just scrubbing that from the canon and just replacing it with House Clicker. That works. Anyone else got any
I think the last name that I have goes back to medieval Germany, and I have a little painting, or not painting, a sigil pretty much of what my last name sigil is. It's a boar's head pretty much. So
oh really?
House Craycoleman?
I can send it to you. No, House. I think House Fent would be a Marcher Lord house, one that's right on the border of either Stormlands or Reach and Dorne, and I think they would be really headstrong and ready to defend from those dirty Dornish.
Ooh.
Those dirty Dornish.
Dornish.
Dirty fucking Dornish.
Dirty Dornish.
Excellent. That's nice. Well, my surname, much less interestingly, or more so, is French and means beautiful friend. So I think of the existing houses, the closest I'm kind of imagining is almost like House Piper.
Oh no!
God damn it!
So numerous naked ladies on the sigil.
So
I have a strong dislike for House Piper going all the way back to 3.0.
What's wrong with House Piper? I find it hilarious. It's so out of
I
place.
have already come. The proof is on the letter.
God damn it!
Come on, that was the best reply that you got to that letter.
It was the best reply I've ever seen.
It's just,
how can I truly be mad about that when I'm going, Lord Piper, will you come to my aid? I have already come. The proof is on the letter.
I find it absolutely hilarious how out of place it is when we've got all these kind of like, you've got all these sort of formidable beasts and that kind of thing, and these sort of imposing sigils, and then you've got Piper, and you've got these big burly men with their maces and their swords and their axes and whatnot, and on their shields they've got this dancing woman. I just find it a very funny picture for some reason.
Yeah, the guy who paints the shields for Piper men must have fun with that.
He always volunteers too, although always demands a live model to show him what's up.
Well, you guys know what they say about Piper bannermen.
No.
When they're in the field, they always take their shield to the privy with them.
God fucking damn it!
Oh my god!
God damn it! I hate you so much.
Absolutely awful.
Well,
so we've got some strawberries, we've got a boar, and we've got a knockoff of House Piper. This is going well so far.
I guess with mine, my surname is also really German, but I feel like just with how it is, it's gonna have to be I guess I could go with a Vale House, but it'd probably be one of those Vale houses like on the coast, probably sworn to like the Grafton. Oh, shut up.
Wow, what a jerk.
What a dick. No, but the problem is the sigil would probably end up being, a wagon of some description because obvious reasons. But I don't know, maybe like a wagon full of like weaponry or something like that. But I mean, like it would probably not be that great of a.
You're just trying to make a wagon look badass.
Yeah,
I'm trying to make it.
It's gonna be
you can't make a wagon look badass.
Broken down
Usually,
the road.
Usually, wagons in medieval war, are used to cart dead bodies off the field. So,
how about a flaming wagon? Will that help?
Well, it is pretty descriptive.
Put some flames on it. We'll be fine.
Pretty much Marbrand's the Vale.
Yeah, exactly. Except it's not a tree. It's a wagon. Because why not?
Except the tree, it's a wagon.
It's a wagon. All right. We still got anybody or?
I think
me.
Kyle, yeah.
Okay, Kyle.
So I don't know if I have a picture or a sigil, but my last name is German, and it grower of hops or brewer of beer. So say like
There's a reason he likes House Beesbury, ladies and gentlemen.
ale cask or something.
Yeah, you just get a big old flagon.
Yeah, flagon. That would work too.
Be fun.
But where would you be? That's the question.
Because that could be Reach.
That's.
I think probably the Reach for that.
Be,
Reach
could
or the
be
Vale,
anywhere,
maybe.
really.
Yeah.
The Reach.
Well,
honestly,
to grow hops.
I would say the Reach, the Vale, the Riverlands, and Dorne are the ones that are really known for the alcohols.
Well, the North has got
let's
really
say the
strong.
Vale.
The North has the ale. That's right.
But you don't use hops and ale, so I would say probably the Vale then, because Vale is kind of like I would say be the closest region to the North in terms of
I see
how it looks.
The North.
You know what I mean?
The North and the Vale as being Germanic, so.
Yeah,
I guess.
I'd agree. With that.
I'd say the Vale.
That makes sense.
All the wilder looking places of the Vale.
Yeah, you got like all the guys that are you got like Linderley and Coldwater that are stuck in the northern bits of the Vale, and then you got all the other houses, like the nicer houses like Waynwood, Hunter, all those guys that are Royce. They're in the Vale proper.
I wouldn't say we would be Linderley north, but
yeah, because Linderley's in the middle of the Snakewood. Like those poor bastards are just
just a little bit north of the Erie. A little bit northeast maybe of the Erie, in the mountains there.
That could work.
Sounds good. So, I didn't actually get the question down perfectly, so I'm trying to remember it from about a month ago. So I do apologise if I managed to butcher it. But there was certainly a question about if we were given control of like a city, like a free city, or maybe one of the bigger keeps or whatever, in terms of how we'd run it, where our priorities would be. That kind of thing.
Wait, us personally as people?
As people, yeah. So I turn around and say, Klick, have Tyrosh. How are you going to manage Tyrosh?
How am I going to manage Tyrosh? Yeah.
Where's your priorities going to be? Are you going to try and take some land from someone? Are you going to trade? Are you going to fortify? I appreciate it varies on the scenario and city.
Ooh, kind of thing. That is a good question. I think the most important thing that I do first and foremost is try to steal as many contracts from Mir and Lys as possible. It's a slow thing, but if we can steal that sort of stuff and get monopolies on the shit that we already have, it's going to make it a lot harder for them to keep funding mercenary companies in the field. It'll let us take the disputed lands a lot easier.
Okay, so Ben, you're now in control of Lys. And you know that Klick is doing this in Tyrosh.
Jesus!
How are you going to counter this?
I mean, oh man,
I'm inciting war between you, basically.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you incite war, I mean, obviously that's going to go down. But I mean, I think with Lys, I think one of the big things you got to do is you got to work on the Navy. I mean, and you got to see, because I figured what Tyrosh should be doing is trying to go after the Stepstones as much as possible. But
hell no.
Not about that life?
Most sane people aren't about the Stepstones life.
Fair enough. Daemon Targaryen would like to have a word with you.
I rest my case.
Exactly.
Okay, but what about Corlys Velaryon? Man wasn't
nuts. He rests his case once more.
Corlys Velaryon was not a crazy man.
There's been some interesting characters. Exactly.
Alright, let's continue.
Alright, so let's say it was like a Westerosi keep. So you're not going to worry about fighting over some disputed lands. You know, where if you were to pick a keep, let's say, where would you like it to be? Would you pick the same place as where you want your house to be, or if I was going to make you a lord, let's say, where would you like to be a lord of?
Westerlands. I mean, Lord of Castle Rock sounds great, but Westerlands, sure.
Okay, and is that because you were just hoping to land on top of a gold mine?
Even if I don't land on top of the gold mine, no one is really that concerned about taking my shit because everyone has enough. And that's even said, like in the world of Ice and Fire, that nobody really had that sort of interregional conflict in the Westerlands. Because even though they might be land poor, they were very cash rich.
Yeah.
Yep. And plus, like half the Westerlands are mountains.
Right.
So good luck getting in.
I'm going to have to agree with Jason there. I think Westerlands is a good place, or Southern Reach, right above the Red Mountains, kind of near where Tarly is. I think that would be a good place to go as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think almost go a little north of that. There's Highgarden, just north of Highgarden on the Rose Road. There's the There's the fork between the Mander and what's that river that goes north up into the Westerlands? What is that? But you know what I'm talking about? There's the split in the Mander.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think about what's the name of it is.
There's that split right there north of Highgarden. Build a castle right there. You're right.
It called like the Honeywine, I think?
No, the Honeywine's the one that goes to Brightwater Keep. That's the one that goes to Old.
Yeah. Okay.
But there's that little like that fork right there, and you just put a castle right there. Do it like River Run. Same basic idea, because I mean it's a good idea, and also you have control of the Rose Road right there, so you will have trade that's going down the Rose Road towards Highgarden and Old Town, and it'll almost kind of be a Bitterbridge situation, It's a good way stop.
It's smart.
Day or so out of Highgarden, build a little town, something like that. I don't know. That's just me.
I'm trying to think where I'd be. As in, I'd agree, because obviously, like the Westerlands, as you said, the mountains, you've got a Golden Tooth, and then you've basically got that singular pass through the mountains to get to anything Lannisport, Castle Rock kind of way. And yeah, you don't need to worry about your neighbours so much, I suppose, as you say. But then the Reach has always been largely presented as this lovely place where everyone has plenty food and all these kind of things.
Everything is awesome.
No.
So probably one of those two. I think I'd agree with you on that.
See, I'm gonna go a little bit different here. I would say the Vale. Close. Maybe like a few days out of Gulltown, because that way you're like
on that peninsula there,
like west, northwest, like because you're far enough away from the coast where if there is any raiders, you're not gonna really get hit by that, or if you are, you'll probably get warning.
Yeah.
And I mean, and it's close enough to a major city. I mean, a major for the Vale.
Yeah.
It would be in the fertile part of the Vale, and I mean, if you're bored looking for action, mountains are, probably a few days ride away. Go mess up some mountain clansmen. There's no inter-house rivalries in the Vale that we know of.
clansmen are always a pain, however.
Yeah, you got clansmen, but
yeah, the clansmen are terrible.
It would add just enough spice, to keep things interesting.
Their
really...
white hooded cloaks really irritate me.
Oh God, stop!
Jesus, Ron.
Why?
So I would think as long as you're vigilant, you won't get a stone club to the head.
But then the difficulty arises that, let's say, Lord Aaron's like, I've noticed that you have a lovely daughter who I wish to marry my heir to. You've then got to make the world's biggest faff to get to the Eyrie. You're gonna send like this horde effectively to guard along the way there. Whereas if you're in somewhere like the Westerlands, like, just send a little retinue of however many guards instead of sending your whole army effectively.
It's pleasant.
Yeah.
Be worth it.
I don't think it's a bad choice at all.
No,
risk versus reward, pretty much.
So, anyone thinking they want to go in the Riverlands, just out of curiosity?
Seems like a bit of a faff to me.
I mean,
God.
Maybe to attorney.
I mean, hey! If I can take the twins, I'm cool.
Hey, I'll take the Eastern Riverlands, like Derry.
Or Maidenpool's not that bad.
Yeah.
No, because it's pretty much Crownlands.
Yeah.
It's Crownlands. I'll stick with it.
And if you really don't like Tully, you can just be like, hey, Your Grace, can I be under your rule? Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, like the border basically ends at the Maidenpool lands, so
yeah.
And it just kind of cuts diagonally to the King's Road.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, I want a castle. I want a castle on the Isle of Faces. Only way in by boat.
That was kind of something like my idea for Tully in 4.0. If I got Tully instead of Lannister, was there had been a civil war in the Riverlands like some years earlier, and the dam that held the water out from the moat was permanently broken, and there was a constant moat around the Riverlands, and it would be costly to fix it. Blah blah blah.
Oh,
Which, that'd be
oh,
pretty interesting.
the moat on River Run.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe an idea for 5.0.
Maybe.
Whoever gets Tully. I'm trying to think of where else there. Again, like there's that fork in the river of the Blackwater Rush and the river that goes to the God's Eye. That'd be a good spot because the Gold Road's right there.
Mm-hmm. You can put some nice tolls there.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I just like my river crossings with the road. There, it's just too good not to pass up.
You just want to collect tolls.
You could put a keep right in between the two bridges on the Crownlands. That goes over both of the Blackwater bridges.
Mm-hmm.
You put one there, you have control over both those bridges. You get a shit ton of tolls.
But I guess it's not quite like a twin situation where it's like the only crossing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But it's much easier, just like the twins, where it's easier to go that way, but you can easily go around it.
You know, just from hearing this conversation, it is clear that all of us spend way too much time thinking about this. How am I getting married? I don't understand what she sees in me.
That's what we all ask.
Sitting there, but I don't understand the tolls that you could make on this river are extraordinary. Sweetheart, come to bed, please.
Wait, just 5 more minutes. I need to set up another toll bridge. Hold on.
Just wait. I'm sure I can find another.
I need to factor in if the king would let me have a charter for the city.
I'm gonna put a city on the Wendwater on the King's Road, in the middle of the Kingswood, and then I'm gonna make it's gonna be a big mine. It's gonna be a big logging town, and then it's gonna be the only town in the Stormlands.
Oh, don't forget creating a canal. You have to create a canal between
canal from the Wendwater, from the end of the Wendwater to Fontaine, and it'll connect.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about right here.
Oh, let's not forget the famous Blue Fork Canal from Ironman's Bay to the Blue Fork.
Piccolo, you shall forever remain in our hearts as the only man crazy enough to make that canal.
Piccolo, I love you. Please don't hurt me.
We all love Piccolo.
Please don't hurt us.
No, we are not having a sing-along. That is not happening. Ugh. No, we're not doing that. Not after the well, because I wasn't here for the last podcast, but wasn't it like it did not go well?
I believe the proper term I would use is caterwaul.
That's a good term.
As James would be want to say, we kind of faffed about on it.
I was just thinking about
fucking Brits.
I describe it. No, that's the thing. The software that I use to record this, it at time of recording it differentiates between things, but as soon as you hit save or stop recording or whatever, it compiles all the different layers together. And there's probably a way to separate them all out again. But what happened was it couldn't tell the difference between my desktop playing the music that whoever put on and my desktop playing your delightful singing voices. And subsequently they got squashed on top of each other, but obviously my music was at a slightly different time to the actual singing, so I was out of time. So in the end I just lifted that section and whacked it at the end with a weird couple of select people that did want to listen to it.
Oh God!
You can just admit that they sucked.
In the comments to this, can people tell us why in the world you keep on listening to this?
Seriously,
we don't understand.
Well, we're clearly awesome.
Ooh, and that's left and right.
And I mean, probably the fact that we, pay people to listen to it.
That too.
There's some bribes being flown around.
Going on, isn't there?
Oh yeah.
There's lots of corruption, bribes,
we get
plagiarism, all that.
The mod shadow government. I mean, how do you think it's going to happen?
It is, yeah. We've got the auto moderator set up. And he just upvotes all of our stuff.
We're always available for bribe. Just don't forget about GoFundMe or Smut. So.
And don't forget our Patreon too.
Yeah.
Remember to
I just want to take this moment to hype up my ITRP mixtape that I've done. All I want for Christmas is the Hand of the Kingship and a bunch of others.
And do not forget, for 5.0, there is going to be a $20 surcharge.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we got to start charging people to pay.
That's each. Yeah. That's for each
$20 for each character, and then once you hit 5 characters, it goes down to 20. It goes down to 15.
Don't forget that if you want to use any of the mechanics that we have, it's an extra $15 for each mechanic.
No, the $15 is just to view the mechanics. To use it is another $15 surcharge.
Actually did that. Just the absolute terrible people we would have to be.
I mean,
sounds like EA.
Pretty much Electronic Arts.
Pretty much
down to a
us.
T.
Back now to the Essos DLC.
Essos DLC.
Well, that's what it was literally called.
The Night's Watch DLC.
Well, we what was it in 3.0? I think we literally had Essos DLC. I think it was
2.0. It was 2.0.
Valyrian Steel pack.
Oh God. Do you want those extra?
Do you want the gold skin for your Valyrian Steel?
Insert your credit card now.
Do you want your house to have a Valyrian Steel sword? Well, sure. Pay us an extra $15 and we'll give you one.
Pre-order now to receive the Robert Baratheon skin.
I mean, if
this is also verging from EA to also Paradox.
And I'm still taking orders for 5.0 V Steel. Don't forget, the price goes up every day.
Okay. And if you would like to use the Henry Cavill skin, it's an extra $300,000 because no one is allowed to use that anymore.
Why? It's so good.
Because everybody
used.
It literally is amazing. It's the best Baratheon.
Do you want look at any RP? Look at the Baratheon family. I guarantee you, there's at least one type of Henry Cavill.
And even if the Baratheon isn't using him, somebody else is using it, and they're probably from the Stormlands.
Vale I've seen as well that use that.
Vale gets a lot of uses for that, yeah.
Right, we've been going for just under an hour. Should we
seriously?
A little bit?
Jesus Christ,
people, please comment if you're actually watching this. I'm curious.
Yes. Please type I hate all of you to show us that you've actually listened to this.
And then, if you want us to take the modcast off the air, that's $20 per mod.
Yeah.
It's a subscription, so you don't.
That's for
have to see
each subscriber to ITRP.
Yeah, we're gonna have to move this over to a YouTube Red.
They might give us their own show. I mean, they're desperate enough.
Yeah. Download Tidal to listen to the ITRP Modcast next.
I mean, I'm easily bribed.
Yeah, we can tell.
Well, do we want to sign off with another little teaser for 5.0?
What teaser are you thinking of, Ron?
I don't know. Why don't you tell me, Mr. Klicker?
So one of the best things that I'm thinking about House Blackfire here in the future is that we have some pretty big names in Westeros right now. One of the biggest characters in the RP, who has been a hero of Westeros for quite some time, has definitely made his mark on history. Depending on whether the character is cool with this and they want to play him as such, we're considering giving him the sword Nightfall that he took from Lord Harlaw's corpse in the lore to sort of get a rivalry going on between the Crown Prince, as we have him now, and the Iron Islands. So we'll see what goes from there.
The Iron Islands.
How was that? Was that the sort of teaser you were looking for there?
I think so.
The Iron Islands have been bullied. I'm gonna not lie. The Iron Islands kind of got bullied in 5.0 lore.
They deserve to be bullied.
Oh man,
you can't just say that. That's mean.
I love the Iron Islands. I enjoy playing the Iron Islands. The Iron Islands should not win at life.
James, what were you gonna say?
Oh no, I was just gonna say that I've had a lot of fun as the Iron Islanders, and I'm not appreciating how bullied I feel as a surrogate Iron Islander.
I mean, Ironborns are fun as hell to play. I had a blast in 1.0 with Svenrir Farwind. Oh my god, that was amazing.
Yeah, and then you killed him by drowning.
Didn't mean to.
He was just going to have a hug with his god.
I mean, I don't think you can top what we did with the Ironborn last game in 3.0.
The
Rilis Morta did an incredible job as Greyjoy. It's true.
He did.
Oh yeah, yes, good on you, Mud. You kept that plot going.
We had swivel chairs. What else do we have?
Swivel chairs and cocaine.
The Ironborn had swivel chairs and cocaine in 3.0.
Well, that sounds like a good place to end the podcast with swivel chairs and cocaine.
And swivel chairs.
Cocaine and swivel chairs, boys. All right, well, I'd like to thank all of you for somehow listening to all of this. God help you if you've made it through
putting up with all of us.
Yeah, we're a bunch of idiots who don't know what the hell we're doing.
Bunch of twats.
Yeah, no, I've been Ben. I'm gonna sign off. The rest of y'all can follow suit.
Bye.
All right. Thanks for listening, folks.
Sayonara.
Bye.
7 days.